Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. 3rd and a yard, it's Daniels. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit-and duck for this pass rush.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Here we go, Scott.
They motion a receiver right.
Sit high.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand and right.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Steelers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule. The closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. First and 10.
Here we go, son.
Now, Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, son.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And the Steelers are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Fields. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this 1st quarter alone. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves.
Ready, set.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Fields from the pistol. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Alpha. Sit high.
Pistol snap back to Fields. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdowns for the game, his first 3 of the year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. He fumbled the football. The Commanders come up with it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And this ball batted away and incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This will be from 47 yards. That one is good. And the Commanders are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line.
Automatic 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They bring the tight end in motion. Play action now for Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now, Daniels. Now he'll run. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Approachment defense.
On the ready.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Here we go. Back.
They'll throw with Daniel. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On second down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll be third down. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Steelers offense. And they'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Here we go.
The tight end going in motion to the left.
Right.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go, side. Right.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Here we go. We good. Go.
They'll stay on the ground. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, side. Side.
Back to throw is Fields. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 83 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Fields to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. That his first touchdown of the new year.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've come to halftime, and both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A tremendous return. He's already got him in field goal range.
At the 26-yard line.
Just deflating for this kickoff team. You find yourself down double digits at the half. You spend the entire break talking about getting off to a good start in the third quarter. Let's get a stop and get the ball back to our offense. And bang, this happens a heck.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Foye Aluakun with the play. The motion man here is McClure. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
He's got a man. It's McLaurin. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
Here we go. Ready.
Throwing is Daniels. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
It is brought in the end zone. Christian Kirk, touchdown Washington.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
He's going to air this one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. the touchdown. It's Bates to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
The motion man here is McClure. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. Got his man. It's Kirk. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Strong. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Washington.
Daniels now going to look to throw. To the outside, into the hands of McClure.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Kyron Williams. Touchdown, Commanders. The PAT, up and good. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer. We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Here we go.
They'll send their tight end left. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Steeler first down. A handoff here, up the middle. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Play action. It's Wilson. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Steelers. And another score puts them in great shape here in the fourth quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0, and barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start, and this is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll air one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Daniels gonna throw again. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around. So at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
Throwing again, Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. To the air again is Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. Into space. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.